Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. So today we're going to play a little bit more of our Conviction Paladin. I hope to get him up to at least Nightmare difficulty today. And not really sure what else we're going to do today. Last night was pretty rough, that double shift and all. And today I just wanna relax a little bit and have some fun. I'll hop into Discord, see who's in there. We'll say hi. And hey, what's going on, Sakage?
Welcome back, Ginger. You jumped in, didn't give me a chance to say hey.
Well, I was trying to set up my stream.
Ah. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm tired from last night.
Long night at work?
Oh yeah, like 12 hours, 13 hours, you know.
Oof.
The best.
I'll trade you. I'll do your next 13-hour shift. You have COVID for me.
Okay, I've already had COVID, so I know the deal.
You want it again? I don't mind.
I mean, it's 2 weeks off of work, so I'll take it.
Not for me.
The worst thing about COVID for me was that it just never, like, most viruses, most sicknesses, colds or influenza or whatever the hell you've got. Like, once it's over, right? Like, it's done. And you're like, there's this feeling of like, hey, it's over. Not with COVID. COVID's like, oh, I'm done. And then, like, about an hour later, it's like, oh yeah, I'm back again, by the way. And then,
Remember me?
and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm done. You're perfectly fine. Go out and work in the yard. And you're out working in the yard. You feel fine. You're like He-Man. And then, like, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm back. And then you're like, just like, you want to just lay down in the middle of the grass and just take a nap right there.
Yep.
And
I work in a hospital that specializes in treating COVID.
and my fever, like, that was the worst thing because like that's how normally you're over something. Like, your fever goes away. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, my fever's broken. It's over. Like, no. With COVID, the fever came back like 6, 7 times. Like, I'd be 98.6 one day, and the next day I'd be like 104.
Yeah, the hospital I work at, we're Europe's leading cardiothoracic hospital. So we specialize in treating COVID now. We have all like ECMO, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it's extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. They basically hook a plastic bag up directly to your artery and pump oxygen into your blood.
No, okay, so just skip the lungs and go straight to the
Yeah,
source.
yeah. It's a lot safer than intubation, a lot less intrusive, and it then doesn't matter how damaged or clogged up with shit your lungs are.
Much
You can
better
still get
survival rate
oxygen.
than the intubators. I heard the
Oh yeah,
intubators early on only had like a 50-50 survival rate.
no, it wasn't even that. It was much lower. It was like 30%.
Like, what was I? Basically, what I heard was once you got put on the intubator, it was pretty much that was
Yeah,
pretty much it.
yeah. It's kind of what we call palliative care.
But I also read a report a long time ago. This was back when things started, and they were talking about how people who had really low vitamin D were more susceptible than others, and it kind of made sense because the people that were sick were staying indoors. They weren't going outside. They weren't getting the
Yeah,
vitamin D they needed. And it was interesting because during my quarantine, one of the things I did was I went outside and worked in the yard. And like, whenever I felt good, I was out there, like mowing or chopping or like moving stuff around or changing decorations or whatever have you. But I was out there, like, in the sunlight.
yep.
And I think maybe that helped a lot.
hmm
Like, maybe just go out and get a suntan.
I live in the UK. We don't get sun. We just get varying degrees of rain.
It probably also helps that I'm a redhead because apparently redheads have the ability to generate vitamin D on their own without
Yeah.
sunlight.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Whereas,
if you go into the sun, you burn.
yeah.
My mum, she's a redhead, so I've heard all the jokes. I know all the struggles.
Well, I'm only a half ginger, so only the day walker ginger.
I get a ginger beard.
What's up, Silveraku? Hey, Heisenberg. How do you recommend doing a fire lightning synergy? What, for a sorceress? I mean, fire synergies are pretty simple. You either do fireball, which is pretty nice because it has an AoE effect on it, or you do firewall, which is not necessarily the greatest skill in the world, but since they kind of did some, I don't even know what they did to it. It definitely applies its damage much faster than it used to. The only reason I would recommend firewall over fireball is just simply because of the synergies. So if you're a sorceress, your lifeblood is mana, right? So you have to have mana no matter what, and you can run a meditation polearm, or you can fix your own mana problem, so you don't need a meditation polearm, and then you could run an infinity instead. And running fire/lightning is interesting because what you can do is you can max firewall, and then you can also max warmth. Because the synergy for firewall is warmth. So if you have 20 warmth and then 20 firewall, that's actually not bad. It's only a 40-point investment. And you'll have no problems with mana afterwards. Oh, you're talking about vengeance synergies. I mean, honestly, early on, fire is king. I'm pretty sure, like, from normal difficulty, like, all the way to nightmare difficulty, fire ends up being the best element. It's not until you get to hell difficulty where everything has a passive fire immunity that things become ridiculous. If any element I would say to skip, it's probably cold, but I really wouldn't skip any of them, to be honest. The fact of the matter is cold is, like, the worst element as far as, like, breaking immunity goes. So when you're a vengeance paladin, you can't break cold immunities. Like, even with level 25 conviction, which is the highest level conviction you can get, it doesn't break cold immunities in hell. Like, there are so many monsters I'll just walk up to in hell difficulty and they're immune to cold and nothing happens. I don't know exactly why that is. Maybe it was just a big FU finger to Blizzard sorceresses at the time. Maybe, as someone had pointed out a long time ago, maybe the cold mastery was in fact supposed to break immunities, and they never quite figured out how to make it work. And that's why they gave all the monsters more cold resistance than lightning and fire, specifically because of how cold mastery works. But they never actually did it properly. I don't know. I mean, if you were going to avoid one, you could avoid cold. You would still have physical fire and lightning, which is not a bad combination. Physical fire and lightning is a pretty good combo. I mean, as a Vengeance Paladin, you have the unique ability to build some very interesting setups, like you can build Crushing Blow, you can build Open Wounds. You can't build Deadly Strike, because Deadly Strike has no effect on your Vengeance. I mean, you can build it. It'll still help your it will still help your physical damage, like the physical damage component of the Vengeance, but it's not going to beef up the elemental damage. Once I get a Vengeance Paladin fully beefed up, to his max, I will I'll show you guys how things work. It's going to take me a little while. I actually wanted to level up the Vengeance Paladin because he's such a fun paladin to level up.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Not too bad. I was gonna see if someone would help me run Countess in Hell. I will let you pick up any drop from her, any keys, anything like that. I just need a Lem and a Gull Rune because I'm trying to make the Riftsend build.
Ah, well, I don't think anybody has a Gull Rune laying around. I might have a Lem Rune. If you can get your hands on a Gull Rune, I'll give it to you.
Deviant Brute has a Gull Rune for trade.
I personally wouldn't trade a Lem for a Gull, only because Gull expensive, Lem not as bad. I'm also trying to trade a Titans for a Lem, which one would say it's a fair trade, others would say it's stupid and I shouldn't do that.
I mean, your best bet is to get your stuff together, like anything you have for trade. Go into a trade game and just link your items and see if anybody wants anything. If you find somebody that actually wants something that you have, then
Oh,
they'll
yeah, I
trade you
know.
for it. The thing is, if you're just trying to say like, oh, Titans for Gull or something like that, you might end up with a bunch of people who don't really even want a Titans. They're just trying to make trades. I find the best trades are between people who actually want the item. Like if I'm a frickin' Javazon and I need a frickin' Titans, I might be willing to give up a Gull rune for it.
Yeah, that's fair. It's almost 200% enhanced damage too, so it's not like it's a horrible roll. I'm just so weak, it's so rough I can't even farm Countess in hell.
What's up, guys?
Oh, hey Deviant.
How's it going?
What's up, Deviant Brute?
You're a Gull or Lem rune for
Oh,
trade? I think
I've
someone had
got
just
trade.
mentioned. Yeah, what are you looking for it?
Honestly, I have no clue. I don't have a use for it.
You don't have a
I
use
need
for it.
the only rune I need right now is an rune to make my duress.
Oh, that's brutal. I can't even
Yeah.
get through Hell Countess right now, so farming high runes
Oh,
or even mid runes are so rough.
I'm
been doing...
I'm on my 142nd Pendle run of the day.
Pindlies. You running anything else besides Pindle?
I did like 50 Mephisto runs earlier today. Still no Azarath, so I'll do 50 more tomorrow.
Well, I mean, you running like Eldritch and Shank too, along with your Pindle.
Nope, just Pendle.
That's sad.
Eldritch.
Poor Eldritch and Shank.
Eldritch spawns cold immune too often for me.
Well, he is cold immune. Oh, you're a cold
Oh,
sorceress.
Yeah, I'm a cold sork. I can't do anything to him. I have a burr and a Mao, so I just need burr ist, and then I can have my infinity, but I don't think that breaks cold immunities anyways.
No, it won't. Not even level 25
But
breaks cold immunities.
as soon as I get my second burr and my ist, then I'll just go lightning sword.
I finally got a teleport staff. It only costs like 7,000 a charge.
Fort rune in your cube.
Yeah,
Wait, was that fully
it's like a
it?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a Ort rune and a chip gem or something.
Oh, I got like nothing for chip gems, but I have more Ort runes than one man should have.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why I found so many Ort runes this time around. Like I was literally looking for an L one time to make like a low tier recipe for a low level character, and I couldn't even find an L rune or a tier rune. But God, I had like 30 million Ort runes.
Right?
I got 2 keys of terror and a key of hate.
Sweet. We got one full set of 3 runs.
Very nice.
Where I was
I
planning on running them Saturday.
Got a
You guys.
socket Alder's Rhythm if anybody wants it, and then a Talrash's belt that I'm trading.
Oh, I had a
Gosh,
3 socket.
I know somebody who was trying to run full tiles. I can't remember who. I think they have like every piece except for the belt.
Well, I got the belt ready for him.
Deviant, what are you playing right now? Oh yeah, Cold Sword there.
Sorg.
Fuck.
I'm actually playing Diablo 2 right now.
Oh, nice. I wish I had more
Yes.
things for sorceresses, because they're usually the ones that have all the runes and trade games.
Yep. Oh, I'm looking for an ethereal phase blade.
Oh,
Ethereal faceplate. Alright, I'll keep an eye out.
any sockets or
If it has sockets, it has to be 5.
has to be 5?
Yeah, because
Okay.
we have a whirlwind barbarian, and all he needs is ethereal phase blade to make his grief, and then we already have a 6-socket ethereal phase blade for.
I have a 3-socket Slayer Guard if you want it.
No, he's right now. I got him the Bullcathos swords.
The knockback swords.
Yep, so he's rocking those right now. And then I think he already has the runes to make grief, and he has everything except for the jaws to make his last wish.
If anyone happens to get a Monarch or a Shaco, I'd be interested in trading for them.
Your best place to get a monarch if you don't have one is.
I have one.
Do you need a spirit?
Yeah.
Because I already rolled a spirit earlier just because I got a 4-socket monarch shield.
I have a 35 FCR monarch for trade.
I got a free white monarch if you need it.
Yeah, come to game
Yeah.
GGM1 password 16. I'll give you this monarch I already rolled.
You sure, dude?
It's 31% faster cast. That's not the greatest, but it's it rolled okay. It could have been 25.
Nice. Look at that. Oh wow, the kick damage does go up pretty well when you up unique boots.
Oh, you need yourself some freaking some upped gore riders, or you need the shadow
I got
dancers.
goblin toes right now for the crushing blow.
You need kick damage, buddy.
I traded Gore Riders earlier.
Yeah, there's fucking goblin toes when they're upped into elite. They're pretty decent, no?
Now you
Wait,
need
what is this gore rider?
you need the highest damage boots you can get, which is Myrmidon Greaves, and that's either gore riders upped or shadow dancers.
So I started a world tour. I hopped in Discord yesterday, and we were just full clearing games. We did probably like 5 of them, and someone found a Vex in it.
Sweet.
Very nice.
We were just doing like Ginger 1, Ginger 2, but we found a couple good things.
Yeah, your kick works the same exact way as Smite does, and it's directly linked to your boots, just like Smite is directly linked to the shield. You really, really need the highest tier boots that you can get to really max out your damage.
Truth.
And plus, Gore Riders are just awesome. They have open wounds, they've got crushing blow, they've got... really depends on which one you want to do, but the
Open
Shadow
wounds
Dancer...
doesn't work with kicks, only crushing blow.
Well, still...
And deadly strikes I also think doesn't work with kicks.
The thing about crushing blow is it's only good for that first like 50%, and then once you start getting down to the last 50%, it starts to get worse and worse. So you need actual damage to finish off the targets. The crushing blow is going to get you to that juicy 50%. It's going to take off those big chunks. But once you start getting down to the nitty gritty and you actually have to kill off targets, you need an excessive amount of damage on that as well. And they stack together. So, if you deal 500 damage and crushing blow is dealing 500 damage, you're doing 1,000. So you're getting both at the same time.
Man, how much defense should I have starting in Act 1 Hell?
Probably close to 4,000.
Oh yikes.
I mean,
I'm at like 1,000.
You can literally just walk out in the Bloodmoor and you can just like let a monster hit you once and look at his percent chance to hit you. If his percent chance to hit you is like over 50%, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, no, because like I said, right now I'm too weak to even run Countess into tower. Which is like, I mean, it's like 50-50. It depends. If I'm like just sitting there chugging potions like there's no tomorrow, then like, yeah, I can make it down to the Countess and probably kill her, but it's not efficient at all.
I mean, basically, if you're having trouble farming hell, the best thing to do is go back to Nightmare.
Nightmare,
There's a
yeah.
lot of really good items that drop from Nightmare. It's not like you're gonna do awful there. I mean, for instance, you could farm Nightmare Mephisto. Nightmare Mephisto drops a lot of good stuff. He's a king on the drops, honestly. Like, Nightmare Mephisto is one of the highest level monsters you can farm in Nightmare that gives you really good drops. I mean,
do you know what the highest eye level he drops is?
Nightmare, I think, is treasure class 62 or something
62,
like that.
okay.
Close to that.
And it's basically just building up your equipment. So once you get your equipment high enough, you can move on to hell. It sounds like you really need a body piece, an armor piece that's going to bring up your defense high enough so you're not getting murdered.
Right now I'm using Diamond Mail, Tal F Stealth.
Yeah,
Still,
I mean,
still using Stealth.
Something better than that.
I'm a low rune off of getting a Fortitude Kraken Shell. And then I also have Dark Adherent, Dusk Shroud.
I mean, if you've got the Pole Rune to upgrade a Duriel Shell, I believe it's Pole Rune. I have a Duriel Shell, and the upgraded Duriel Shell would have the defense that you're looking for. It also has pretty good resistances, along with Cannot Be Frozen.
Let me take a look at that. I do not have a Pole Rune, though. But I'm sure I could easily get one by trading at Titans for it. Actually, I don't know. I don't even know where the Pole Rune sits on the ranking.
Well, Guardian Angel isn't Guardian Angel has a really high strength requirement. I don't think he's gonna need that. I could use a Guardian Angel. My strength requirement is probably going to be pretty high on this character.
They got 168 in strength right now, just from charms and random gear.
What's the game name, by the way?
What, mine? I'm just in a normal game. It's GGM1.
Oh, I was wondering, do you guys want to do like world tours like we were doing yesterday? Because we were finding good shit.
Oh, I just wanted to level my Conviction Paladin today. Little flamethrower bastards. You guys are going to kill me. Level 85 and level 91 join. But you won't suck us. I'm a Conviction Paladin and you to death.
Oh, I have a G Angel for you.
Oh, you came in here to give me my Guardian Angel?
Yep.
Won't I? Okay. Somebody had an Eth Guardian Angel on Facebook, and I was like, man, that thing looks freaking sweet. I was wondering how much freaking defense an Eth Guardian Angel would have upped. Because I know for a fact that Guardian Angel upped is already like, I think it's like 1800 defense. Zakaroom's hand. I can't even remember what Zakaroom's hand is.
You can make that into an ancient pledge if you need. That thing's sick.
Zakaroom's hand. No, I don't need that one. I actually have a lightsaber already. Is there much of a difference between lightsabers? Mine's 170% ED with 5% mana steel. I don't know if there's any difference at all.
This one's 188.
188 versus 170? Let's compare lightsabers, shall we?
Compare that. Compare that.
Plus 2 jab with 1% lifesteal, 10% crushing blow. Nice. 14 dex. That's really nice. 10% crushing blow with
that is my first good craft of the day.
With plus 2 is really sweet. Yeah, it looks like the only thing that changes is the I mean, we used to. Unfortunately, the Javazon we had in our group is I'm gonna take your better one, sir. The Javazon we had in our group is I think he sold all his gear and then turned into a sorceress or something. I don't even know. I saw a post on Discord. I was like,
Damn, that sucks.
I mean, I have a Spirazon, but it's hardly as nice as a Javazon. That 10% crushing blow though is amazing.
Right.
I think the only gloves that have crushing blow on them are
those ones.
The Venom whatevers, and they're only 5%. Vampire Bone doesn't have crushing blow, does it?
Oh, no,
Thought it was just. Well, no, the only ones I think are Venom Guards, which are 5%. So those beat.
Base. Okay, I got you. That come base with it all. Gotcha.
Yeah, those are better than the uniques. You could probably trade those for something real good.
I was hoping for.
There's a lot of people who run Javazon.
Post them on JSP and see if somebody will trade for something nice.
Come on, Merc, get in here and work that spear. Ow.
Deviant, what was it you were looking for the gold ring again?
I don't know. Make me an offer. I don't have a use for it.
He likes to craft. Give him 1,000.
I love to craft.
Give him 1,000 P-gems.
If you give me any perfect amethyst or rubies.
Yeah, no, I actually have perfect gems. A decent bit.
That's what I need.
He
All
needs
right, game name is Deviant. Please, it's on hell.
All right, hold on. Let me do this bender real quick.
Oh, good. Let's see what I got right now for perfect gems.
He
Perfect
needs.
topaz, perfect ruby, perfect sapphire, and then I have a bunch of flawless gems right now.
Well, he needs all perfect rubies and
All
amethysts.
perfect rubies and amethyst is what I'm going for.
It's a crafting recipe, so it's not like he can substitute anything else.
I got-
Yeah, I figured.
I got some rubies for you. I got like 10 of them.
Yeah, I got hella rupees too. Or rubies. Rupees like it's Legend of Zelda.
I
I mean, that's not a bad game.
Man, I wish I could put my single player items on Battle.net because I have found a lot of good stuff on my Javazon on Switch.
Link is so broken, OP. He would destroy this game. He'd come in here with his freaking.
Whirlwind Barb.
He'd come in here with his master sword, and he would just obliterate everything.
It says your game is no longer available to join.
Deviant PLS. All lowercase. Oh, there you are.
It's actually spelling out. Please.
Oh, I'm level 22, Kasha. Just having fun being a noob.
Am I allowed to kill your Pendle skin?
I mean,
Go for it, actually.
don't let him touch your Pendle skin. It's dirty.
If I even have it.
Oh,
I
gross.
think I might not actually have it. I don't know how. I'm in Act 5 for sure, and I think I've actually
Dead.
He's dead. He was there. Nice.
Yeah,
Worry not, for he is already dead.
he dropped an Ondal's Wisdom. Do you want it?
What's an Ondal's Wisdom?
It's a staff. 4 to all skills. 45% faster cast rate. 5% experience gained.
Does it give me +1 to teleport?
Gives you +4 to all skills.
I wish. Also, I dropped a bunch
I'll
of
trade you
gems
for
in
that.
Act 1.
I'll trade you a
Trade me
shitload of
for
gems for that thing.
All right. All right. You dropped a bunch of gems in that. I gotta go to Act 1.
This is where it was.
All right, let me grab. I need perfect rubies and fucking amethyst.
I got 1 perfect ruby there, a perfect emerald, a bunch of perfect, not a bunch of perfect topaz. I had perfect topazes.
I tell you what, I tell you what, Deviant, I'll give you all my perfect amethyst and perfect rubies for those gloves.
Okay, sounds good. And what is this guy? I forget what I'm trading this guy. Fuck.
I just need a goal rune.
Ah. I don't think I can do it for just the 1 perfect ruby.
That's fair. I had
somebody said
had
they would
more,
trade me
but
for
I've
the
been
Ondal's
keeping-
Wisdom.
I thought you would have had a lot more than 1 perfect ruby by now, man.
I know, right?
You've been
got
just
perfect
passing them. You've been
everything
passing
else.
them by.
It's not that I've been passing them by, it's that perfect gems have been my main trading currency lately.
Let me
What do
see.
you
I
want for the
have
gold?
3, 6, 9, 10. Perfect rubies and amethysts, honestly.
Perfect rubies.
I have currently 11 perfect rubies and 24 perfect amethysts.
Jesus.
Oh, found another one, 25. That's pretty much what I do is I craft. It's my favorite activity.
Makes some pretty amazing items too. I mean, I imagine, Brood, you could probably say, make a
All right,
game
and these are for the Gall rune.
and just bring a bunch of,
do
like
that.
semi-decent items
All right, let
and
me
trade them for.
I gotta grab it out of
gems.
my stash. Okay, and that was this guy. Chaos Storms, right?
Yeah. So for perfect crafting from Geeds, you got to be level 93, right? It's like automatic.
Okay, so 91 is your crafting level that you want to be. 93 is your gambling level.
Oh, really?
Yes. If it depends on what you're gambling. Circlets, you want to be 93. Amulets, you can hit +3 skills at level 88, but you cannot hit the perfect all res.
Perfect all res.
Yeah.
I got roasted by a zombie. I need to go back to Nightmare. My God.
But you're still using a cell plate. Why don't you make yourself a smoke or something?
That's not a bad idea. Can I get lump from Nightmare Countess? Pretty sure I can.
I mean, lum is not that rare. I've had like 5 or 6 of them drop so far. I've turned most of them into smokes or other such good low rune recipes.
I'm just
here we go.
convinced I have bad luck.
All y'all's information get leaked with a big Twitch hack today.
Probably, who knows?
Hey, can I get more information on that event you guys are trying to do, Uber D or D-clone?
Are you talking about SJ? Go ahead.
Well, there's a guy trying to like host it or whatever. I just wanted more information because I got a bunch of people I play with, so I'll try to get them all online too.
I mean, somebody's trying to sell sojas, 150 sojas.
That's what I was told. There's a guy trying to organize it.
Well, I don't even have one soj. I think between the entire group, we might have 2 sojas.
Ginger, were you wanting to trade for those gloves now, or are you wanting to wait a little bit?
I mean, if you want to do it now, I'll have to go off to my mule and grab some gems for you.
If you leave that game, will it bug out so you can't complete your quests?
I don't know. I found the waypoint, though.
Okay. I'm in here. How much inventory space should I give myself?
I don't know. I've got a lot. Not on me, but I've got a lot.
I have a fully empty inventory then.
Nah, I'm dropping them in Act 3. The ones I have on me. I'll be right back for the ones that I don't have on me.
Ooh, crafting recipe. Love it.
Good evening.
Orby.
I'm going to want to keep a couple of these so I can actually do some transmutations. Let's see here. Keep 2p amethyst and 2p rubies. You can have everything else.
Alrighty. I dropped the gloves already.
That's pretty much everything except for 2 of each.
It works for me.
Pretty sweet gloves.
They are pretty sweet.
Does Shanks drop anything worthwhile in Nightmare?
I personally don't think so.
I
If
mean,
I'm farming Nightmare, it's normally Nightmare Bale, because that's your best chance at a Shaco.
I mean,
My
you're
friend got
talking
a home
about
at Hell Shank.
you're talking about gold
Shit.
wrap and chancies and stuff like that. All have a chance to drop from him, but you know, you're probably going to end up with Eisenhearts and stuff like that.
I have upgraded.
Yeah,
to
I've
perfect
gotten
chance
so
for it.
much Eisenheart's helmets.
That's just
annoying.
that's just because breastplates and full helms are really common.
Yeah, surprisingly, no whatchamacallits, no breastplates to Eisenhearts yet.
You need any jewels for crafting as well?
I have a crap ton of jewels.
Oh, okay.
Like that's we have 3 guys that all they do is run hell cows. So I have a bunch of jewels and a bunch of bases as far as amulets and rings go.
Jewels and bases. Bases and jewels.
Pretty much the only
Do
thing
you
I'm
have a
looking for
4
my
open
crafting right
socket?
now is my elite bases for the good crafts.
Do you have a 4 open socket mate or not mate? Sorry, scepter.
No, probably not. That kind of stuff is
Not on
really
the-
custom to your character, too.
I think the
Yeah,
only
the
thing
whole
I've really
Monty.
saved is like flails, swords, and I do have an ethereal CV with 4 sockets saved for my infinity.
Yeah, I managed to get rid of a 4 socket superior flail for a co-rune. That was pretty nice. It was like 9 enhanced damage or something. It wasn't great.
I'll grab that. I gotta use my
He's gonna go craft. Leave me alone, I'm crafting! Get this guy up to his conviction. I want him to start convicting things. It's important. He needs to be a convictor.
Is there a low level rune word for melee characters?
There's tons of them. What
Deal,
melee
strength.
character are you playing?
Melee druid.
Well, the shapeshifter,
Yeah.
werewolf.
Yeah.
You're gonna want
Druid
enhanced
instance.
enhanced attack speed because the only attack speed that counts is on your weapon. So something like I think steel has 40%.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So steel would probably be your go-to low-level rune word. Although to be honest with you, you need something that's even faster than that. What level are you?
6.
Level
Story
6.
of my life.
You know what would be decent for a low-level druid? The shapeshifter druid is a rogue's bow. Does anybody have a rogue's bow laying around? I'm pretty sure that thing has like 50% enhanced attack speed on it, doesn't it?
And I hear you talking about a druid, and that upsets me.
Why? You want to be a druid?
No, I dropped a rare druid helm today, and it rolled the +3 to elemental skills, but didn't roll tornado.
If I had a
Really
nickel for
disappointed
any
me.
time I found Durin to hate level 1 while looking for level 3.
Okay, so whenever you take the Durance of Hate level 2 waypoint, you always follow the wall that leads out on your offhand.
Oh, Lord.
And 85 to 90% of the time, you'll run into Durance of Hate level 3 before you'll run into Durance level 1.
Wait, like my character's offhand?
Yeah, your character's offhand. So if your exit from the waypoint is to the right, you just make sure you follow that wall that's connected to your character's offhand.
What do you think? Arachnid mesh
Oh.
for Vex?
Okay.
Should I trade a Vex for an Arachnid mesh?
That seems like a decent trade. Arachnid mesh is pretty useful.
I would make the trade.
That's a really useful belt. I mean, you're talking about +1 to skills and faster cast on a belt, which there's not there's very, very few +1 to skills belts. Extremely few. Like as in one.
I'm using a blade buckle.
It's a pretty good belt.
So my truck will be here a week before Christmas.
Isn't this truck you ordered like way back when you first joined my stream
Yeah.
and you were so
Yeah,
excited?
it's been a couple
It's
months.
finally the Diablo 2 Resurrected got here first. That's what you need to tell them. Be like,
Yeah.
look, Diablo 2 Resurrected got here first before my truck.
Yep. I got the email notification today that the truck would be finished in production on the December 16th.
I think I'm gonna hold on to it and try to make a Hodo. Does anyone have a 4-socket flail or a co-rune?
Oh, I had a really good 4-socket flail. It's gone now.
No co-runes at the moment.
I have a co-rune.
I used both my co-runes on a really nice shield earlier.
Sorry, I shouldn't say I have a co-rune because I don't really want to trade it, to be fair.
I can't remember the name of the rune word I rolled. It was Sanctuary or something like that. But man, it had like a range of 50 all res to 70 all res, and I rolled a freaking 70. I was super excited about that.
Very nice.
So I got a 70 Sanctuary sitting around. It's
I've
a
done
really
156
really nice
of these
shield.
damn runs today, and my only worthwhile drops have been a Bolcathos sword and a Gall rune.
I mean, runes drop from anywhere.
Ripsaw. 80% chance to open wounds. Very fast attacks. Oh.
I've been having so much fun re-rolling amulets and necklaces. I keep getting these like really weird like rings and stuff that are like 9% like lifesteal with like all resistances 11 on them and stupid stuff like that.
Is the chest behind Mephisto always guaranteed super chest?
The one directly behind
From
him,
what I've
yes.
heard, yes.
Yeah.
There's also another chest that's a super chest in there, but it floats around. I just click on all of them. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, because there's like the two right outside of the like the right side. I know that. Those generally don't give me anything good, and then if you go to the left side, there's one in here near the bottom right. Yeah, there is. There's a second one in here.
I mean, if you got lots of magic, fine, I'd click on them anyway.
Oh, let's see what my magic fund is sitting at right now. 71%. Nice. Beautiful. Great. Absolutely amazing.
Oh well,
From
you know, if you're
Captain
gonna magic find, you should get some magic find gear.
Probably. But like I said, I don't know. I've just not been gearing. I've just kind of mostly been playing on my Switch. Like I said, my Javazon on there is absolutely stacked.
You can't play over here?
No, it's single player character.
Oh. Well, I mean, the characters transfer from between. You should just play a multiplayer.
Not single player.
I just
true.
I just do a hotspot when I'm at work. Like if I'm on my break or something, I'll just run a hotspot on my phone, and it doesn't even take much.
I mean, I hear you there. It's the Wi-Fi at my girlfriend's house where I primarily play is like super bad, but data hotspot's not a bad idea.
9 times out of 10, it's usually because the router's in a stupid place.
Oh, it definitely is. She lives in like an addition built in the backyard, and the router's in like the main house. So,
oh, do you have access to the router?
Oh yeah, we've tried to even set up like range extenders and all that fun stuff. It's just still like.
I mean, one of the easiest things you can do, like bar none, is just simply lift it up. Like it's probably on a table or like sitting on the floor or something stupid like that, which they normally are. Get yourself some like little screw anchors and just put it like all the way up near the top of the ceiling. And believe it or not, just that will usually increase the performance of the router by like multitudes.
Fair enough, yeah.
I saw it.
Router at home isn't a good spot, but
it's really
help my girlfriend.
It's really because the Wi-Fi signal propagates downward. So what happens is when the signal comes out of the router and when the signal comes out of your computer, it's propagating downward toward the ground. And if it's already at the ground, it just hits the ground. And it's not like a direct downward path. It's more like, you know like how in video games, if the bullet physics are right, like the bullet goes out of the gun and it kind of goes up a little bit and then it travels downward as it gets further away because it's falling. Like Wi-Fi signals are a little bit more dramatic than that. So the further away you are from where the router is, if the router is not high enough, it's just hitting the dirt and it's not doing any good. So like literally just raising it up about like 6 feet off of whatever surface it's on makes a huge difference in the signal quality because it can go further. Same thing with your computers and stuff like that. Like I know you have a Nintendo Switch, but with like PCs, like if you have to run Wi-Fi and you have no other choice, get yourself a little a cable off of Amazon. It's just like a Wi-Fi cable, and then get a little antenna. They cost like $15, and then what you do is put the cable into your Wi-Fi connector on the back of the laptop or the desktop, whatever you got, and then run the actual antenna like really high up. Put it on top of a bookshelf or something, and you'll see huge bonuses in your connection speed. Like right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm streaming off of it. I'm literally streaming 1080p content off of Wi-Fi, and the way that I've got it set up is the Wi-Fi router is literally as high as it can possibly get, and my antenna is as high as it can possibly get.
The other thing I would say is don't use extenders, use access points, because an extender will actually use half of your bandwidth to extend it.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
the best way to extend is just an Ethernet cable, to be honest. I mean, if you got
And a separate
if you
router,
can,
yeah.
if you can connect an Ethernet cable to the main router and then run that to where you need it, you can plug in a secondary router and make it work that way. But it's not
I've
always
thought
feasible.
about that, but anytime I come up with a good upgrade or something, I mention to my girlfriend, she's like, "How is that all gonna work?" And I try to explain it, and then she's just a boomer about it. And it's like, "No, it's fine."
Well, so what I'm saying
Yeah.
is just get your router up in the air. Like, I guarantee you that's gonna make a huge difference.
Thinking boomers.
It's just like the worst. It's my girlfriend's place, so it's like I don't have any jurisdiction over that. Like I can't just go into her place and start fucking with the router.
I mean, if you improve the Wi-Fi for the whole house, I guarantee you everybody's gonna be happy about it.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's fair.
They're not gonna be like, "Oh, you made our Wi-Fi better. Fuck you." That's not how it works.
And you can always use those command strips. That way she can't complain that you've drilled holes in her wall.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
That's what we did with our Wi-Fi router.
You
It's
might need a
hung
couple
up
though.
over the CP manual command strips. It took us 3. 2 was good. 3 gave comfort.
That's right. You need enough so that it doesn't fall off the wall accidentally. Alright, where's the stupid flare dungeon? It should be right here next to the gibbon. It usually is anyway.
So I have 2 ists I'm making into a gull and 2 gull into a vex, but I just need a sapphire and I want to see what this Hodor rolls. Does anyone have just a normal sapphire?
I probably
Just
do.
just a quick, before you transmute those ists into a gull. Why don't you make a game and offer to trade your ists for a gull? Because transmuting
Seriously, everyone's ists.
Well, because transmuting 2 ists into a gull, while it will get you a gull, it's also wasting 2 ists. If you look for somebody who already has
People will 100% trade a gull for an ist because they need the ist for.
And the magic find on the ist, right? So.
Well, it's just you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Essentially, somebody can get 2 ists that they need, and you can still get your gull, and it probably will work pretty fast. Instead of just simply killing 2 ists out of existence.
If I knew you had an ist, I would have traded you my gull for your ist, so I could put your ist in my Shaco when I get it.
I need an ist for my frickin' Skulders too. I haven't been thinking about that enough. Actually, I don't really need more magic find, but Skulders is nice. I have to do some magic find runs later once I get this conviction paladin up.
Did you need a 4-socket scepter?
Yeah, I did.
I just found a 4-socket divine scepter. It has +1 to meditation on it.
I don't care about that. It's for the Rift Rune word, and scepters are generally really fast.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I got it. I'm in PS 164, password 1.
Okay, I'm just doing a Nightmare Bale run right now.
Onyx has a goal. Onyx
Let
has
me
a
know when you're
Zod.
done. Onyx has a Zod. Let me know when you're done, because I'll probably be on to a different game.
Sounds good, sounds good. I don't understand why farming Mephistos always takes me so long to find like the Endurance of Hate 3, but me finding Throne of Destruction every time always go the right way. And I'm like the opposite of everyone else. Like Arcane Sanctuary, I tend to find Summoner pretty quick now too.
I don't.
I've never find Summoner quickly.
Oh no, nobody ever does. It's
I've
always
been
like the last.
You did a key run, and I said go top left, and he was top left.
My girlfriend's the only one good at picking fricking Summoner.
Right? For reference, that's the only time I've ever guessed the Summoner on the first try. And it was for you, not me.
Ha ha ha. See, that's what you need to do. You need to guess for other people. The secret
I
is
remember
how.
you asked that in one of your games during the beta.
Well, people were
went
like
for-
farm Duriel. Like they were like go farm Duriel. He drops his good stuff, and I'm like, no, he really doesn't. Like Duriel has a horrible drops.
Oh my god.
And they were like,
Get
but he.
Rio if you want to get scroll town portal.
They were like, but he's the highest level monster in beta, and I'm like, he is the highest level monster in beta, and he's impossible to farm properly because you have to find the summoner.
Technically, those ghouls were the best one because that was the spirit sword ghouls.
But
Or whatever they're called.
that was like literally me making a point. I was like, all right, chat. I was like, you guys choose the directions, and we'll see if we can find Duriel quickly. And they freaking 4-wayed it. Chat 4-wayed it. I was like,
Damn.
good job, guys.
Our 8-man group got decent drops off of normal and nightmare Duriel, and then when we did hell, we got 5 TPs.
Oh yeah, didn't I also I was also offering a sub
Yeah,
for
you
that
got
too.
5 TPs.
I was like, if you guess it correctly, I'll give you a sub, and literally no one got it right. I was like, well, good for me. Don't have to give out a sub today.
You guys ever fight Duriel and then all he drops is 5 scrolls of town portal?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
That happened to us on our hell run. 8-man
What
group.
happened to me? Like, oh, no.
I'm
I think it was
I'm
either my
90.
nightmare drop one or.
I am 99.9% sure the reason why he does that is because they don't want people to get stuck in the tomb. Because you could basically get stuck in the tomb. And
Doesn't Tyrael open a portal for you?
he probably didn't at some point. Like, there was probably a point in the game where he didn't, and that's why they added that as a thing.
Oh,
and then they
yeah.
never took it away. Because they're dumb.
Listen, I've gotten troll Shaco drops all day long.
What'd you get? Ethereal Chacos?
No, magic Shacos.
Yeah, I've been getting like white and blue and even rare Shacos and never
472
uniques.
MF, and I can't get a damn Shaco to drop.
Ooh, that bitch got mana burn.
Alright, on to the council. This was one of the quickest Act 3s I think I've ever done. That's really quick. We killed him on stream in hell difficulty, like for rushing somebody. I don't know. Everybody was expecting something to drop, and I knew it was going to be troll. And he literally dropped 6 piles of gold.
Oh my god.
6, like literally, it was no items whatsoever. It was just 6 piles of gold, and I was like,
That sucked. That's alright, I messed up, and for some reason my Hell Andariel isn't bugged.
which one is the temple in? Is it Lower Karast or Karast Bazaar? I can't remember. Never remember.
Cross Bazaar.
Okay.
Oh
One-
my
one
god,
of these
I'm
days I'll
stuck in
remember.
between like a million
Open
of
the
these.
Humans Cross
Oh
Bazaar.
my god.
Tyrael's such a douche after in that freaking mission. Like, you go talk to him afterward, and he's like, "Hello, hero, but I did expect you sooner." It's like, fuck, shit, you didn't give me a map or nothing.
Nothing feels worse than getting smacked by the like minions of destruction or whatever they're called into another one, and then they just circle you and nerd circle you, so you're just getting stunned by all of them in this circle.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
And
you guys a tip for the minions of destruction. All right, this is the best tip you'll ever get. Number 1, back away from Bale so he stops decrepifying you. Like, if you're a melee character and you need to fight those guys up front, you know you're already at a disadvantage because they bash you to death. Back yourself away from Bale to the point where he can't decrepify you anymore. He has like a maximum range. Alright. Then once you're out of his range of decrepify, find a nice little choke point and fight those guys one-on-one. Because there's no reason for you to be completely surrounded by them as they murder you into oblivion. Alright? Just back away. Find a nice little choke point. Use those little pillars. There's like 2 pillars nearby, and you can kind of wedge yourself in between the pillars. And usually you can fight them like 2 at a time with those pillars.
another.
Listen, I have no
great
issues
tip.
teleporting anywhere in this game except for Arcane Sanctuary.
What's up, Battlemaid
Another-
Serena? I wonder what level Battlemaid Serena is. I never thought of farming her, but you know, she might be a good hell farm character. She's easy to get to. She's always there. She's not, I mean, she's really not that hard to find at all. The area I think that she's in is level 84. I'm not sure what level she is. And it's in Kuros Bazaar, which is a good place to find runes anyway. I might have to start killing battle maids, Serena. Oh, I have access to Holy Shield now. Look at that. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Like some sort of magician. And I can put 1 point in the sanctuary. Ah, yes. Freaking full middle breakers look so sexy.
Oh, I got a gold Shaco off of Bale.
I had totally
Harlequin, correct. Hey, there, let's go.
I had totally forgotten.
50% chance magic find.
You got the Harlequin crest. God damn you.
I know, right? Oh,
That is literally the last item I need for my Sork.
Oh, really?
The last item.
Oh man, it's such a shame you should have let Gallerin.
Agreed. Fully agreed.
Look at him! Look at him rub it in. He's just rubbing it in.
I'm not even trying to be a dick. It's just like
rubbing it in.
What kind of character are you? Because I'll craft you something right now.
I'm a Griffson.
Griffson, so you want blood gloves. Got it. Blood gloves, blood rings. Give me a second.
Onyx is over here offering a Zod for a Shaco.
But what use is a Zod? Other than putting 6 of them in a grandfather and vendoring it.
I want a Breath of the Dying so bad. I really would like to get a really nice Breath of the Dying for this character.
I got laying of hands for gloves.
I don't even have the base though, so it's not like.
So I don't know if I need blood gloves at all.
Yeah, wait till you see blood gloves.
Yeah, wait till you see them, because those I crafted blood gloves a little bit ago, and they hit +2 to Amazon skill or Javazon skills. So.
Well, he's a assassin, so
yeah. Hopefully, they would hit +2 traps.
Can you get +2 traps on gloves? I was actually wondering.
I don't know. I haven't hit them yet, but as soon as I do.
Speaking of bases, can anybody keep an eye out for me for a This is not a hard to find base. It's just a Berserker's Axe with 3 sockets. Not F, just Berserker Axe, 3 sockets. It's gonna be my placeholder weapon until I can actually get a Breath of the Dying. I swear I like never see Berserker's Axe drops though. Like never. Like ever since I've been looking for like a Berserker's Axe for a Breath of the Dying, I don't even see Berserker's Axe drops.
I have a 5-socket one.
5 sockets? Which, by the way, everyone out there, if you see an Ethereal Berserker's Axe, it's a really big item for trade. Like, Ethereal Berserker's Axes are really, really sought after for Breath of the Dying. And if you pass up on an Ethereal Berserker's Axe, you are a big dummy.
Ginger, do you have a Nephrine? Ooh.
I have 1 million Nephrines.
Hold on, my game crashed. How was that? Unexpected.
What's the cap to the Shakos for Magic Find?
There is no variable on the Magic Find or anything on Shako.
Oh, okay.
I think the only variable is the defense it can roll.
Yeah, which is not even important for any of the characters that actually want to use it.
I went into a trade server and just found Sigan's glove sitting on the ground. Nice.
I don't particularly need a Shako or anything, but man, it would be nice for Magic Find purposes. Because right now I'm using a 3 Topaz, which is the same as a Shako as far as Magic Find is concerned. But a Shako has +2 skills and the Magic Find, which makes it a lot easier. You need a Nephid rune or Nephid rune on the ground for you, sir.
Yeah, so if anyone's got a Gallerin, I got a Shako for him.
Hold on, I'm crafting rings for you.
Give me a second here.
Those crafted items can actually turn out really, really nice.
I don't know. I think it's pretty rare to get a good one, though.
9 minimum damage, 30 attack rating, life steal, strength, life, replenish life, and stamina. Garbage.
9 minimum damage? How much lifesteal does it have?
2%. I have another one that has 8 to minimum damage, 8% life steal, strength, life, mana, and level 4 dim vision.
If you get something that has like really nice min and max damage with some lifesteal on it, I'll
that's
take
what
that.
I'm looking for.
Because Vengeance Paladins don't get damage any other way. Min max damage on a ring would definitely be really nice indeed. I'm hoping to get my my damage up on my Vengeance Paladin to like close to 10k with a one-handed, and that's I don't even know how much damage that actually translates out to, you know, with the negative resistances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just
Oh wait! It was Chaos. You the one who needed the Shaco?
I didn't say anything about a Shaco.
Oh, who needed the Shaco?
I do.
Oh, Deviant.
well judging by the fact that he's needing amethysts and rubies, I'm assuming he's doing the blood and the caster recipes.
I'm doing the blood crafts right now, nonstop.
Yeah, blood and caster. Those are the two main recipes that people like to use.
I got 4 more chances at it. Okay, so here's a quad res with strength, dex, life steal, and attack rating.
I'm just trying to see if you got like a Lem rune.
Ooh, a gem shrine.
If you have a Lem rune, actually, I'll give you the.
I do not have a limb. I need a limb.
You can get your Nephrune. Your Nephrune's on the ground, sir.
Yep, give me a second.
I just found a gem shrine and upgraded another perfect amethyst.
1 to assassin skills, faster run walk, 7% life steal, energy, life, and magic damage
Hey,
reduced by 3 amulet.
how's this? I'll buy you that for a lem, and hook you up.
Oh, are you serious?
I have a lem rune. I'll buy you that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, alright. Game will be called Lem for Hat. No spaces, number 4.
4 for a password or 4 afterwards?
Like just Lem for Hat, no password.
Alright, try it.
Wait, you're trading a Shaco for a Lem?
Fuck yeah, I am.
I have a gold rune, but I guess,
Oh, wait, you have a gold rune?
yeah. I heard you on the stream.
The greed.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, hey, I'll totally just mess over Deviant and Chaos for that gold rune.
Oh my gosh.
The
It's up to you.
greed.
I mean, I don't want to.
The greed.
I came here as
I'm farming Bale right after this again, so if I get another Shaco, I can just give it to Deviant.
Okay, I'll be online soon.
If I get another Shaco. Yeah, I'll put other item drops that we've been hunting for like about, you know, the entire game time we've been playing, you know.
Easy day.
Easy day, we'll find it easy. It's gonna drop
Hey, I mean,
next
a
kill.
free Shaco is always
Next
a
kill.
wanted Shaco.
Next kill. I'll
Alright,
take an
where's this
ethereal
Nephrune at?
Shaco. Who's got an ethereal Shaco for me?
One of my buddies has an ethereal Shaco.
My necromancer, he doesn't get hit very often, so you know, I'll just wear it. Ow, you guys have so much fire damage.
Okay, so
Stop
I
it.
just rolled you a pair of blood gloves with 25 lightning res, 17 poison res, 19 life, dexterity, enhanced defense, 8% chance of crushing blows, and 2% life steal.
8% chance of crushing blow.
8% chance.
Did those blood gloves have a gold rune attached to them?
8%
Maybe
chance of
not.
crushing blow on gloves is pretty nice, though.
Hey, what game are you in? I have the gold rune. I'm online now.
It's called Lem for Hat, and it's the number 4. And there's no spaces.
Lem for hat. Ah, yes. A hat.
Hold on. I was in the middle of heading to Bale, so I'll just quickly come back.
Take your time.
The ticker tape parade.
I need a key.
Hey, I'm level 24. Nice.
I mean, you should do ancients.
I'm getting there.
Oh, I know
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. I've been
Yeah, no
looking for
problem,
one of
dog.
these for since the tour came out.
For
basically.
10,000 years.
Man, that's rough. People have been looking for those.
I'm surprised you didn't use it.
I mean, I have a what do I got on a steel skull right now? Yeah,
Yeah, but you're a... Nah, never mind.
steel skull's attack speed.
I will say nothing. I will say nothing. I am I am
38
I am
defense.
Schultz now. I am Schultz on Hogan's Heroes. I know nothing. I see nothing.
It's okay. The reason I'm using the steel skull cask though is it's got everything I need. It's got dual leech, increased attack speed, faster hit recovery, and 47 MF.
God, why did that suddenly remind me of that frickin' that song from the '90s? One like it's called Candy or something like that. It's like all I need is everything you are. Like I swear, you sounded like you were starting to break out in that song.
You say that, and I think of Aaron Carter.
Just wear them, old man stalker.
So we got
By the time you find another pair, they'll be broken.
It's locked.
Speaking of F items, like somebody posted that F Guardian Angel plate, and I'm totally jealous of that thing. Ah, I found the waypoint. Nice.
now all I need is Lem, and I will have everything for Rift. I can easily trade my whatchamacallit Titans for Lem though.
Get my merc back.
Alright, I'll be back. Thanks, Struggler.
Thank you.
Sakage, I think, is the one doing Rift Sin. Or no, not Sakage. What's his name? I can't keep everybody's name
You're thinking of
straight.
Beard, man. Beard was the one who was trying to get Rifts in, right?
Well, also the one that's in chat right now is doing Rift Sin.
Ah, something must be in the water. Everybody's doing Rift Sins.
That's why he wants the Gull Rune. He wants to make a Rift Sin item.
The more OP characters you got on the kinship, the better.
It's basically just about spamming kick. That's really all there is to it. It's very similar to the way that a strafe Amazon works. Like you just get lots of proc on a hit effects, so that every time you're hitting a target, you're getting all these little procs, like lightning bolts and bone spears and everything else in the world. You might have to eventually make one just for lulz. So much freaking fire damage here. You guys just calm down with your fireballs.
I need a key.
I still remember the first time I got fireball on freaking like a D&D game, and freaking killed half my own group. I was like, I didn't know there was team damage with this. Dude, I used to freaking abuse the crap out of those fireballs, though. Cause you know how you could in D&D games like Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale and stuff like that, you can You can totally micromanage everything and like tell your guys to go to this place and pull monsters and like cast spell. Like, you can literally go frame by frame and just pause play. Man, I would just like absolutely murder things with those fireballs. I'd like deck out my like one person with like massive fire resistance, and I just have him tanking like 1,000 monsters and shoot fireballs at him. It's glorious. But of course, you only had a certain number of fireballs because in D&D you couldn't just like spam cast things. And man, I would use like the Druid and stuff like that could always like summon like all these like individual wolves and bears and all sorts of crazy things, and they were like considered trash summons. And man, I would just summon the crap out of them and use them as fodder for fireballs. Like there'd be a whole army in front of me, and they'd be fighting like wolves and bears and like dogs and stuff, and I would just shoot a fireball right in the center and murder everything.
Baldur's Gate was all about Boo.
The little hamster.
Not little. He's a miniature giant spacefaring hamster.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Boo and Minsk. They made me laugh so much.
I tried to remove the hamster. It never worked.
Nope, you never could. Minsk used to get angry if you tried.
Mm-hmm. Then he would run off into some corner of Mint's butthole. Literally. So did you guys know that the council can heal Mephisto? That if Mephisto is close enough, they'll spam heals on him?
No, I had no idea.
Well,
No idea.
most people know this. I mean, it's a thing that they do. You either kill the council and you just never know it, or you try and kill Mephisto without the council. And when you try to kill Mephisto without the council, you know if the council's close enough, they'll heal him back to full health, mind you. And there was somebody on Facebook like complaining that they couldn't kill Mephisto. Thanks, Iggy. They couldn't kill Mephisto because Mephisto was kept going back to full health, and they were like, "Did you kill the council?" Like, and they're like, "No, I didn't kill any of the council. I just teleported right to Mephisto." And so they'd get him down to like 25% health, and the council would full heal him. It was freaking glorious. ITD, huh? I'm gonna have to swap out my gear eventually here. Can't wear Millibrega's set forever, unfortunately. Flo, quit barking at the cats. What did they do to you today? Let me refresh the browser extension. That's probably what it is. Properties, refresh cache of current page. Alright, I refreshed them all real quick just to make sure that everything's working. Let me try playing a sound too. Which one did you do? Butcher?
Yeah.
Fresh meat.
There we go. It's working now. Yeah, these little plugins and stuff are a pain in the butt. Like every time I stream, I've got to refresh them, and if they break, I've got to refresh them again. And I don't know why they don't just auto refresh themselves when they're broken. There we go. See, they work. See, it works. It works. Yay! Alright, let's go kill Izzy Busy. And then Diablo. Izzy Busy and then Diablo.
And his name is John C.
Paladin.
His name is John Cena. Huh?
I love it. Bale will never see it coming.
Did you know his name was John Cena?
I didn't realize that, no.
It's funny, you know, even if you don't get me, like half the time you get like the majority of the rest of chat.
Chew eating ginger.
Jalapeno popper goldfish.
Sounds delicious.
It's like a limited
I'm
time.
sorry.
It's a limited time flavor, and they're absolutely delicious.
You're eating what name?
Jalapeno popper goldfish.
Okay.
See that? I love the fishes because they're so delicious. Well, I could eat them every day, and my mom says that's okay.
So delicious. Gotta get those fishes.
Yeah, I used to marvel, like absolutely marvel at the fact that my sister would buy my nephew his you know that like the giant thing of goldfish that's like it's like it's a lot of goldfish. Let me just say that it's a lot. It's not a little bag. It's like it's probably like the equivalent of like 6 or 7 bags, like all in one container. And he used to go through one of those in like a day. It's like all he ate all day long was goldfish. He's made out of goldfish.
Sounds like a wonderful existence.
You'd be happy too if you had a jug of goldfish.
I would not be complaining. That's
It's not a jug. It's actually kind of like a giant milk carton. Like imagine if they made a gallon-sized milk carton. Or about how big it is. I have no problem killing anything. With this character so far, he's just punking everything he comes across. It's pretty hilarious. Most things dies in one hit, and things that don't die in one hit die in 2.
It's my favorite thing about leveling up an additional character after the first one. Is just putting a bunch of good gear on it and walking around just smacking stuff.
Well, I had totally forgotten that Millbrigus had 10% mana steal on it, which is absolutely beautiful.
The set bonus?
Mm-hmm. It's plus 2 pally, 200 attack rating, 10% mana, 8% life, 15% poison. Nice. And the Scepter has plus 1 pally on it too, so I'm rocking plus 3 pally right now, which is pretty decent for a level 24 Paladin.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I've got a couple weapons I'm going to test out on this character for damage. I think I've got some pretty good choices. I literally have a level 48 axe, Ethereal Repair's Durability axe, which literally has the damage of like a level 80 item. It's kind of ridiculous.
Let me know if you get Bone Snap.
Bone Snap on my Vengeance Paladin.
Right?
Maybe a Charge Paladin. Oh, Izzy Busy, where are you? I want to hit you with some poo.
So it's that +1 minimum damage, right? That's the icing on the cake.
Oh, I don't know about that now.
What's the thing you mentioned? It amps up and his Paladin's damage most significantly.
Min, max, and on weapon ED.
Yeah, there you go.
It's really the only 3 things in the universe. So like max damage charms are a really big thing too. Somebody had posted one they found on Facebook earlier, and I was kind of marveling at it. It was a +2 maximum damage, +20 attack rating, +20 health charm, small charm. I was like, man, that thing is really sexy.
Yeah.
That's
small
nice.
charm's running out of room.
I mean, it's
That
20,
is nice.
20 health with +2 max and 20 attack rating. That's freaking beautiful. I'll take it. Sold.
He's gonna want an arm and a leg for that thing.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Not that or he kept it. I'm halfway considering re-rolling some small charms. I think it might be worth it. I mean, I could end. There's a lot of good variables you could end up with. Like number 1, you could end up with 7% magic find charms. Number 2, you could end up with all res charms. What's the cap on small charms? Is it 5? So all res 5 charms with some other effect. You could also just end up with some really nice +20 life with other effects on them, which are pretty decent. And then on top of that, you know, there's also like some various combinations of effects, which certainly wouldn't be bad. Like, say if you've got like a 11% lightning with like 10 life on it, you wouldn't be shying away from an 11% lightning with 10 life, would you? I mean, that's not a bad combination. Like, I feel like rerolling small charms could be infinitely valuable. Just with the
I
sheer...
actually had one saved up. I was thinking about doing the same thing.
You know, it's just the sheer number of options, like just amazing options that you have available to you for like small charms, small chammies. I mean, granted, you could also end up with some absolute garbage, but it's not like the skillers. Like with the skillers, it has to be a skiller, right? Like there's really not a lot of good options for grand charms. Like if it's not a skiller, like there's like the only other options you can possibly get that might be good is like a 15 all res with like maybe some other good thing on it.
Or a Geeds doesn't count.
Yeah, I can't reroll
only.
Geeds. Yeah, but good luck getting a 15 all res. It's probably not going to happen.
You
Getting
gotta
one of those with
believe.
something else is it's a feat.
Oh, what's up, Izzy Busy? Let's see how I do against you. Let me clear off this trash real quick. Hold on, it's going to be mono, because I got a merc. Why your little friend stuck inside you? I can't hit him. His walls always has so much health. I can't tell if Vengeance is doing all the elements at the same time or if it cycles the elements. Like, I swear sometimes it feels like it cycles the elements. Like, I'll hit a monster one time and you'll see like a little fire effect, and then I'll hit a monster another time and you'll see the lightning effect, and then I'll hit a monster another time and you'll see the cold effect. And I always see all of them, but like I don't think I see them all at the same time, which almost makes me think that it's like it's dishing them out in order. I want to talk to you as well. All you're gonna say is Tyrael was a fool to have trusted me. Guess what? Tyrael was a fool.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Was he a fool, or was he just a trusting person?
I mean, when you look at the choices Tyrael's made,
Yes.
they're not,
Yes, facets
not really
in
great, are they?
facets in Griswold will stack. I mean, you've got to trust somebody sometime, right? Does that really make you a fool, or does that just make you someone who has a little hope? Little hope. Hope is nice. What's wrong with hope?
You know, you'd have thought he'd learned from Tristram, really, wouldn't you?
Material's not the biggest on a lot of
speaking of
things.
Tristram, that's where my first burr rune dropped.
Really?
Yep, right off of fucking Grizzy.
Grizzy Busy. Grizzy Busy has been rewarding me with some very nice stuff lately.
Yes, after that happened, I wasted an entire day farming him, and now it was.
That's where I got my first Ravenfrost, and several other good items dropped off of him.
He never treats me well. I'm like the redheaded stepchild for him. He always just gives me the scraps.
I think he's just a high-level monster, and he has a chance to drop some good stuff, that's all.
Such is the life in Diablo.
Look here, finger mages. Stop knitting me sweaters. I don't want a sweater. It's hot.
I actually got a Ravenfrost off, I think it was Countess today in Hell.
Oh, nice, dude.
Who?
What were the stats?
Countess, I think.
Candace. From accounting?
Yep, that's the one.
Countess.
Candace dick fit.
That's
What was
terrible.
the?
I really thought that's what he was gonna hit you with. I was waiting
terrible.
for it.
That's terrible.
I was waiting for it.
No, you should you listen to my stream long enough. You should know that wasn't coming.
What's the dexterity and attack rating on your Ravenfrost, Sakage?
233 attack rating and 20 to dex.
That's really, really good.
That is really good.
That's a great roll.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Are those resistances helping you out?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I just got Monarch today thanks to Ginger, so those resistances have gone right up now.
Very nice.
For free.
When I hopped in and you were saying your resistances were like negatives, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I gotta help you out, man.
Yeah, it was like minus 70, minus 50, you know. It's fine, I'm a summoner.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I permanently branded you with my name, Smoke.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Diablo, I'm coming for you.
Let's get Hammered's Demon Hide armor.
That's right. Thing
Right.
saved my life when I first got into hell.
I'm not complaining. Candace, she might.
That's all she does, I swear.
It's just complain.
I mean, she works in accounting. What do you expect?
Yeah, what's up, Atalis? How goes it, Magic Finder of Magic Find? Start handing out titles, Magic Finder. It's just be a title everybody has. But then you start handing out like the godlike titles, like Supreme Magic Finder, Supreme Overlord Magic Finder. Oh lord, all these little individual things I gotta whack. Let's go. Gotta kill all the mama bears. Die. The egg layers. The spawners of death. I've just been playing my little OB Italis, although somebody came in and dropped me a Guardian Angel Templar plate, which was very nice of them. Gotta get that bad boy upgraded and socketed and ummed.
I love GA. It's one of my favorite items in the game.
Well, especially for a Vengeance Paladin, because you already have plus 5% to all your maxes, so with Guardian Angel, you're usually sitting at 95% on everything.
Yeah, it's kind of busted.
It's like the best, I think the best armored like bar none for a Vengeance Paladin, just simply because it makes your resistances like godlike.
Alright, wish me luck.
You can work in other stuff. Oh, look at that.
Resistances are just so important, especially early game with it too, if you're just going to be sitting in melee.
Well, plus, you know, if you're a Vengeance Paladin and you build correctly, you can just walk through gloams like they're not even there. I can be the gloam talker. Be like, we need our Anya quest, and I'll be like, hold on, let me go get my gloam talker. Just walk in there, and just like, look, gloams, what's the deal? My friends need this Anya quest.
Nothing good already.
I was trying to think of an alternate way to get my absorbs too. Like, there's a lot of nice ways to get fire, cold, and lightning absorbs besides Blackthorn's Face and Dwarf Star. There's those gauntlets I was considering using just simply so I could use a different ring. And T-Gods might not be a bad choice for lightning absorb. There's also a couple other lightning absorb choices. God, so many bugs. Merc, where are you? Why are you're alive, but you're not here. I need you to help jab bugs, okay? I pay you for your bug jamming abilities, and you're not here to jab bugs. What's wrong with you, sir?
He's on a union-required break.
That he doesn't know. There's no breaks. Alright, this was in his contract when he signed. We fight until we die. That's literally how this works. I remember this story. Well, I can't remember the name of the guy for some reason or another, but some sort of samurai warrior, and apparently a long time ago he fought like an endless battle on a bridge defending something. I can't remember what it was, but he fought for hours and hours and hours, and you know, he was like the samurai warrior. Like he defended that bridge to his last breath. And the enemy never crossed the bridge because they were afraid of him, and they shot him with arrows. They sent warrior after warrior, and he dispatched them all. And toward the end of the battle, like, they just stopped sending people because it was just not worth the time or effort or people that were getting murdered to fight this guy. And he was still standing there, and the next morning he was still standing there. And apparently the next morning he was still standing there, and suddenly they started to get suspicious, and turned out he had died. He had died standing up. He was, apparently there's some sort of, like, thing called advanced rigor mortis, which is like if you are extremely athletic before you die, like the lactic acids and stuff like build up in your muscles to the point where, like, when you die, you immediately go into rigor mortis. So he literally went into rigor mortis standing in a fighting pose. And he literally defended the bridge while he was dead.
Because they were only shooting him with arrows at that point, and they didn't like send anybody to check, basically.
Well, I mean, his armor was pretty good, so maybe they just thought the arrows weren't getting through. Don't really know exactly, but
cool.
Can't really.
They're already terrified because he slaughtered half of your men when he's like when you're trying to cross the bridge.
Exactly, and nobody wanted
awesome.
to frickin' try at that point.
That's so badass.
I gotta say, I gotta know his name now. His name was Benkei, or Benkai, or however you say that name. Long after the battle should have been over, the soldiers noticed the arrow-ridden, wounded-covered Benkei was still standing. When the soldiers dared to cross the bridge and take a closer look, the giant man fell to the ground, having died standing upright.
That's
Benkei.
insane.
He was on an episode of what's that freaking anime, the one with the little kid that the guy the like teenager that turned into a little kid and he was like the best detective ever. Detective Conan or something like that.
Yeah, it's it.
Only one truth remains. That's freaking awesome though. Like, nope, not getting across this bridge. Apparently, he was a very big man.
That's like
too.
the best you can hope for.
He was a very big man, apparently, too. So he was, you know, and people were scared of him for more than just one reason. Get their head crushed in.
I mean, not being funny, that's a pretty big bold play, isn't it? Just stand on the bridge and being like, nope. I'd take your whole army? Nope. You ain't coming.
Especially if it's like a small, shitty bridge, you know, and you need it to cross so you can't destroy the bridge. And if it's small enough, you can only get one person through. There's no advantage to sending multiples.
I mean, from the sounds of this guy, would you destroy his bridge no matter how essential it was?
I don't think I would go anywhere near that bridge. This dude sounds terrifying.
It's my bridge.
Not only is he just like some super good fighter, the dude's will to survive was so strong that even when he was dead, he was just standing there ready to kick your butt.
Just scowling down at him.
Well, I'm sure the armor helped too, because you know, if he had,
yes, some terrifying helmet or something.
yeah, it's you know the Japanese always had those like ridiculously scary masks, things that look like there was literally a demon
So
coming
badass.
after you. So he probably had
so
on he probably had on one of those like demon masks, right? So they couldn't even see his face that he was dead. Just so confident, you're just standing in the middle of the bridge, like, again. I got plus 7,000 missile defense. Y'all need to come in here and melee. Why did I put it in my cube? I'm so silly. Let's go, suckers. Get off my cube. I'm gonna beat you with this Hellforge hammer. They freaking mobbed the damn thing. Get out of the way. I'm trying to break Mephisto's soul stone, you little trolls. Stop throwing your babies at me. God. The whole River of Flame is literally just maggots throwing their babies at you and like demons throwing their babies at you. It's like a whole thing.
They're
The
really,
breeding
really
ground.
bad parents.
You decided to be that baby's daddy.
They're really bad. They're really bad parents. They really are. Hey, I know you just got born and all, but go fight that hero over there.
The guy who just killed all your relatives. You go
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
him.
yeah. You know him that just like murdered your entire family? Yeah, just go in there and I think you got this. He's weakened. He's weakened.
The family motto is old enough to hatch, old enough to die to the enemy.
Hey, are you able to re-roll small charms?
That's what we were just talking about.
Really, I completely zoned out. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah, we were just talking about
It would
like
be the same cost as large. Or
the-
grand.
We were just talking about the infinite number of possibilities you could get from a nice small chamois. Of course, you'd probably want to like make sure that small chamois comes from somewhere worthwhile before you start re-rolling it. Just same way that you know, people like get the small charms from the Meathak and Bale and Diablo and stuff.
I think if you're going to be re-rolling those, you pretty much only want to be re-rolling max ones.
Yeah, because you want to get
So,
the
like-
all res or the magic find or whatever.
I feel like you want to open up that multiple possibility, right? Like you were talking about getting 2 stats on 1 or 3 stats on 1 is really what you're looking for.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's like 100 different things you could roll, like as far as like great possibilities are concerned. I mean, even just 11% to 1 res with like some other effect on it, a lot of people would enjoy those. You know, Magic Find with some other effect would be definitely something people would like, even if it's not 7%. You know, there's like hundreds and hundreds of really nice like small jammy possibilities.
Yeah, I've got a small charm that's 17 to life and lightning resist 9%.
I wouldn't reroll that.
Yeah, that's nice. I'd keep that.
You keep that, dude.
A lot of people are looking for those right now. Like, they're really in demand.
Okay.
Any resistance plus is pretty good, and any MF plus, especially once you start getting into the higher end rolls.
Honestly,
those are big money charm.
Honestly, any small charm with just even 10 to a specific resist are good to hang on to.
Absolutely.
Like 10 or higher, I think 11 is the cap, but like 10 or higher on a specific small charm is definitely worth holding on to. Like a lot of people toss those, and I really just don't know why. Like large charms, too. Like you can get some really nice large charms as well, but it just depends. I mean, there are some really sweet combinations of grand charms too, but I think it's really the small charms that have the best, amazing combinations. I think it has to do a lot of the fact that you know, like with a large and a grand charm, it's a lot harder for them to hit their cap. Whereas with the small charms, it's much easier for them to hit their caps. So like, you know, 7% MF is really low. But like to get a capped out Magic Find Grand Charm, it would have to be like 21 Magic Find. And good luck finding a 21 Magic Find Grand Charm. Like most of the time they roll 1%. At least with a small charm, a 1% MF small charm is a lot closer to cap than a 1% MF Grand Charm. You might even consider holding on to a 1% MF small charm. But you're definitely not gonna consider holding on to a 1% MF Grand Charm. Yeah, 7% MF is your maximum amount of MF on a small charm, Heisenberg, and people love to grab those. They're even better if they have another stat on them. Definitely hold on to any 7% or 6% or even 5%, honestly, small charms with Magic Find. Magic Find is one of those things that people stack, so... Like we were saying, even a 1% MF small charm would be something that people might hold on to. It's not, I mean, it's going to be something that you eventually replace, obviously. But, it's still very nice. So. No, hammers does not go through walls. It immediately get destroyed if they hit any hard object, which is considered a hard object. Which is weird because there are some objects in the game that should be considered hard objects that are not.
I was just about to say that.
You know, like trees and stuff like that, for some reason in a lot of areas are not hard objects, and the hammers just go right through them. But then in some areas, the trees are hard objects, and it doesn't make any sense. You start to learn it as you go along as a hammerden, like what constitutes a solid object and what doesn't.
The one that makes the least sense to me is the stones at Tristram. Hammers go through those.
I don't know. It's also something that you need to learn for Javasons too, because knowing which items your javelin will bounce off of is very useful. Trees are 90% air. You say that when you hit one with a car. Let's see what happens. I used to love looking at those, commenting on those memes people would always post about Grand Theft Auto. Like, Be like, hit a traffic light, go right through it. Hit a tree, demolishes my tank. Oh, like you do realize traffic lights are designed to break, right? It's so you don't like die horribly. They have these special breakaway bolts on the bottom, so that when you hit them, the entire pole breaks away instead of your car breaking away and you dying. It's a whole thing. Trees don't have breakaway bolts. What are you changing to, like? Skill points. Skill points. What, level 26? Do I have any gear I could use? Could use the spirit. But do I want to break up my Millabrega set? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, 30% single resist grand charms. They can roll with like faster hit recovery and stuff like that too, so like if you can find like a 30% grand charm with like 12% FHR, it's actually not a bad combo. Of course, it only works if you actually need that specific resistance, so.
I like those a lot for when you're changing up gear as you're still like gearing up and stuff. Even if they're not maxed, but like they've got a fat roll.
They're actually relatively low level charms. I remember back during the beta, I found a 20%, 12% FHR. Like literally, and I was limited to Act 2 normal, so they're not. I'm using Vengeance. Like Vengeance is a very powerful elemental damage ability. Sir, quit shooting at me. Oh lord, the one resistance I don't have. Come here, buddy. No, come here, come over here. Actually, you know what, let's go get my, let's go grab my Nozikin Relic real quick to fight the Pit Lords. Beak. It's nice having a Nozikin Relic laying around for massive amounts of fire resistance.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they still burn so badly. It's not enough. It's not enough resistance. I will return with more resistance. I guess I'll throw on the Spirit Shield for a second. Get my 87 fire res. Die, punk. Oh, there's still one of you left? Well, there's still multiple of you left. Look at that. Not even death can save you from me.
You ever played Dungeons and Dragons, Ginger?
I mean, I've played some of it. Are you talking about like the games like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale, or are you talking about like something else?
Well, just like in general, ever with your friends, like maybe growing up or.
I mean, I played with my nephew. He's into it. I was never really into it myself.
You've got a good voice for like a dungeon master.
Ah, yes, the dungeon master.
Or like voiceovers or something.
You're only the the probably the 60th person that's told me that.
It's very spot on. I had to say something. I couldn't just leave it.
Even back when I used to be just like a tech support guy, I did like phone tech support. I'd get like comments all the time.
Oh, I bet.
By people like they're like, you have like a radio voice, or you have like a voiceover voice, or your voice have a really soothing voice, and like you have the voice,
quality voice,
It's like you have the voice, and it's funny because every member of my family has the same voice.
Really?
Yeah, every male member of my family has the same exact voice. If you called up my house back in the day when I was a kid, like literally me, my brother, and my dad were all in the same house, of course, because I was younger, and literally all of us had the same exact voice. And so when my sister or my mother or like even one of our girlfriends or something called up, and the wrong one picked up, they would totally think it was the person that they were calling. And we'd have to be like, hey, this is what such and such's brother or something like that, and, and they would be like,
anything weird.
They'd be like, oh. And to really like hammer down like how identical our voices were, one time one of my girlfriends called up and my brother answered the phone and didn't tell my girlfriend that it was not me, and literally talked to her on the phone for like 5 hours and took my girlfriend.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that was that.
It's kind of funny.
God, spam lightning more, Diablo. You didn't spam it enough. Spam it a couple more times. Come on. Freaking only attack you got, sir. I don't even have conviction yet. You're lucky. Wait till I get conviction. You're gonna die in like 2 hits. Now, but the only way you could tell the difference usually back in the day between us was like the words that we chose to use. Like my dad didn't use like some of the more popular slang words and stuff like that, and we did. Ah, thank you for dying, sir. Here's some gauntlets of meh. And a glaive. Man, he dropped me a bunch of crap. It's a heraldic shield, at least, I guess.
What do you need?
What do you need? Okay, boots and gloves. What are those for?
Good evening.
Alright, moving on to hell difficulty. Because why not? I mean, sorry. To Act 5, that's what I meant to say.
Skipping ahead there.
I mean, that's what we do. Not enough tier runes. I literally put on the spirit, lost my +2 from the set bonus, gained +2 from the shield. Boom da doom da doom da doom 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 doom. I'm not even sure why I have this. It's such a high level requirement. Probably hung on to it because it was +2 with all resistances 38, but it's level 58 requirement. It is such a high level shield. Sometimes you have to, I just gotta remember when crap has really high level requirements, it's not really worth using.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with something better at that point.
Yeah. Ooh, Act through Act 5 we go. The Slog Act. The earliest you can farm for a Shaco? Doesn't a Shaco drop from Nightmare Mephisto?
I think it can.
I've seen it drop a lot from Hell Rock and Ishu too. If you want to farm Hell Rock and Ishu. Certainly an easy one to do, you don't have to actually leave Act 1 Hell.
Hell cows as well. Depending on class.
Atalis said 100 junk jewels, 43 rowels, 24 perfect amethysts so far. Going for 100 of each before I go on a crafting spree. Also need a 1 level on my sorceress. Yeah. 92. Deviant Brute knows all about the crafting stuff. I would definitely ping him if you want some crafting knowledge. It's something that I've really not delved into too deeply. I've done a little bit of crafting here and there, but he's done tons of crafting. Probably a much better source of information than I am. Speaking of crafted items, there's an effect which is really sweet to get on like a melee ring. Like if you guys ever get like a really nice roll with like lifesteal and stuff like that, and it also has attack rating. One of like the really nice things to have on a ring is percent attack rating. There's like this little thing you could get which is like 5% bonus attack rating or something like that, and it just adds a straight 5% to whatever your attack rating is. Which is pretty sweet to have in combination with a bonus to attack rating already. And then of course, if you're talking strictly about an attack rating ring, dexterity is also extremely helpful with that too. So like a primo attack rating ring would be attack rating, percent attack rating, and then also a huge amount of dexterity as well. Which is one of the reasons why Ravenfrost is so good, because Ravenfrost has a huge attack rating bonus with dexterity. I'm sure somebody's going to want something. And we're gaining new people every single day, so... Yeah, I lost my Mana Steel for putting on this shield. And now I can't maintain my vengeance! I think I'm gonna go put the Millibragus back on. As much as I like this shield with all the resistances it has on it, it's literally the only thing it's giving me right now is resistances, because the armor was giving me +2 as well. And it was also giving me the Mana Steel, which was extremely helpful with the Vengeance build, since Vengeance costs 6.2 mana. I mean, there are definitely occasions where the Merc spazzes out and doesn't do what he's supposed to do, Onyx. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. Sometimes he just does whatever he wants to do, and I don't really understand. Usually, I'll teleport him up to the group and hope that fixes things. And now that you got that Crescent Moon pole arm, you're noticing when he's not around, aren't you? Because when he's around, he's spamming static field on everything, and everything's dying real fast. And when he's not around, everything's not dying, and you're like, get your butt up here. Do your job, sir. We got work for you to do. His range also bugs me. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than the fact that he has terrible range for a polearm user. I was looking at this up the other day, and apparently the range on the Ag 2 Mercenaries polearm is only a 2. Which is just awful considering he's a freaking polearm class. You would think that the range on the Ag 2 Mercenary would be a little bit larger than a 2. There are one-handed weapons that have 3 range. He has worse range than a Berserker's Axe. Alright, socket quest out of the way.
Free of your kind, demon.
Good Joe staff, I'll take it. ITD with frickin' +2 blizzard and hit causes monster flee and lots of fire damage. Man, they love to make these little staffs for beating things, don't they? They want sorceresses to run in there and beat everything to death. Frickin' rib crackers and all sorts of crazy staffs that just don't make any sense.
Trying to get use out of the enchant skill.
I mean, yeah, but if I'm gonna enchant I'm gonna be enchant sorceress. I'm gonna use something else other than a staff.
Can't see why I would ever be an enchant sorc.
They're pretty fun.
Really?
Yeah. Huge attack rating bonus. Helps out all the melee classes. That's for sure. And if you're running with a necromancer, man, you can literally enchant every single skeleton. The amount of damage multiplication you get in a group is insane.
Guess I didn't think about it like that. Makes sense.
I mean, if you think about it from the standpoint of, like, every single monster that you enchant is getting a huge bonus to attack rating and fire damage, including all mercenaries. So if you have 8 people in a game, right, and everybody's running a mercenary, that's instantly 16 things that you can enchant. Then on top of that, you've got the necromancers, golems. You got the like the Valkyrie. You've got all sorts of things that you can enchant. Everything is going to be applying your fire damage, and it gets to the point where you can be multiplying your fire damage by almost like 100 times what it is.
Really?
Yeah, because you're talking about like 40 in revives. You got like 13 skeletons. You've got 8 mercenaries. You've got 8 players. You've got multiple things like the assassin pets, the Valkyries, all that stuff. Like, and it multiplies out really quickly. And max enchant lasts a really long time too. That's the other thing. Like, you only really have to do it once.
You make a good case for it.
And it has some pretty good synergies too. So like, if you were to be a firewall sorceress, the synergy for firewall and the synergy for enchant are the same thing.
So you can just get it as like an addition.
Pretty much, yeah. So you'd build firewall, and you'd max warmth specifically to beef up firewall, and warmth also maxes out enchant. So you'd have both. And you're going to max out Fire Mastery anyway because you're running Firewall. So it's not even really that heavy of a point investment. It's basically just 20 extra points added on to what you've already got running. And then you could go into another tree and build something else. Well, there he is, Iback the Unleashed. What's up, Iback? I'm not really sure what's up with your name, buddy, but it's an interesting name. Gonna keep having attack rating issues until I get my conviction maxed out. You know, one thing I have noticed now that I'm started to like kind of play through a melee character again, I think they have actually fixed a lot of the desync issues. I'm getting desynced a lot less. I'm getting into those situations where I'm stuck in the middle of a group of monsters a lot less. Like, I mean, it still happens every now and then, but it's like it's much more rare. Comparatively to how it was before, which was absolutely awful.
I never messed around too much with melee.
That's very sad. There's so many fun melee builds.
Yeah, I got into Diablo fairly late in the game back in the day. I ended up playing a lot of Necro, a lot of Sork and Paladin. And then the game kind of was falling off as I was getting into it.
Oh, there's tons of melee builds that are really fun. Fury Barbarian is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Literally Sonic. Like literally Sonic the Hedgehog.
Definitely more interested these days in trying around some of the other builds.
I don't think Fury Barbarian works well in groups though, because you run so fast. I mean, just so ridiculously fast. You'll be like 10 miles ahead of the group in seconds. God forbid you're the the leader, the one that's carrying the group, because they'll be nowhere near you.
Dropping a lot of portals.
Pretty much, and even when they come through the portal, she'll still be like 10 miles away from the portal by the time they get it through it.
I guess it's not much different than playing with a Sork, though, right? Like, you run fast, they teleport.
I mean,
Either way, it's hard to keep up.
No, it's a lot different for very specific reasons. So as a Fury Barbarian, you're not just running fast because you're teleporting. So a sorceress teleports and leaves the monsters on the ground.
Yeah.
So you know, when you're running behind a sorceress, there's still stuff to kill. There's still things to do. With a Fury Barbarian, your run speed is directly linked to you attacking things, and when you attack things, they die.
Oh, really?
So you have to continually attack things to maintain your speed, and so you're constantly killing everything in your path. So the people running behind you have nothing to do. They're just running behind you.
Just a trail of bodies.
Just a trail of bodies. That's it.
That's awesome.
So like you like it. I think like the duration on it is like 15 seconds. It's not a lot. So what you do as a Fury Barbarian is you just tap monsters as you go. Like every single time you find a monster, you just tap them, and usually you're doing enough damage that tapping the monster kills them. Like, because once your Fury is built up to max, your damage is through the roof. It's like it's a you know a constant increase every time you hit. You gain faster attack speed, more damage, more run speed, etc. And so once you're at your maximum and you're trying to maintain your maximum, like you're pretty much like a god at that point. Have you ever fought the Death Lords and when the Death Lords get their full rotation running and they get their little wisps around them?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally Barbarian skill, and that's why Death Lords rip you to absolute shreds once they get their little Fury pips running. Like you'll walk into them after they've like fought like your mercenary or something, and they're running like full Fury, and they just one shot you.
I never realized that was a barb skill.
Yeah, that's it. More points into, let's get a couple more points in a Holy Shield so we get some more duration on that. I can't stand using low-level Holy Shield. It doesn't last long enough.
It's really annoying.
It's just terrible. You need at least like a couple minute duration on it, otherwise it's just constant spam fest. And it's not like it costs like a tiny amount of mana. It's 35 mana and I only have 69 in my pool. It's not something that I want to be spamming. It's freaking half my mana pool just to cast it.
It's also very unforgiving when you get used to using it and it falls off.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, is you can be in the middle of combat and it falls off. If you can't recast it, you're kind of screwed. Now, I remember somebody told me they were able to, like, break the, crash the game by having, like, too much faster run walk with their Fury Barbarian. Because apparently faster run walk works just like breakpoints do. And if you have enough faster run walk combined with your Fury Barbarian, you literally run faster than teleport could ever hope to go. I'm not sure if it's still the case now that we have ultra-wide monitors, because you can click a little bit further away than you could before. But man, Fury Barbarian is fast. Imagine being able to run, like, from Bloodmoor all the way to Stony Field in about 30 seconds. Which is essentially just 2 Fury pips.
This actually sounds pretty enjoyable.
Oh yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm telling you. Sonic. Are there any builds that I've never done? I can't say that there's any builds that I've never done, but done recently would be a more apt question. Like, a lot of the builds I did in the past were never fully fleshed out. Like, there are things that were ideas in my mind that, I never really, like, completed. I was like a little bit of an ADHD kid back in the day, just like I literally had 8 accounts worth of characters in the original Diablo, and those 8 accounts worth of characters were all different builds, every single one of them. I can't remember the exact cap on the accounts back then. I think, was it 8 back then? So it was 8 accounts of 8 characters apiece. whatever that works out to be. That's going to be really expensive, Onyx, and it'll happen eventually.
Are there any builds that you absolutely don't like?
To be honest with you, Barbarian's not my favorite. There's a lot of builds in Barbarian that are just weird. Like I don't understand some of the skills or how they work or why they're even there. Sorceress is not really enjoyable to me. Like I played a lot of sorceresses back in the day. Like way too many. I built probably every single sorceress you could ever imagine. And maybe that's why I don't like them anymore. I mean, I literally built, I'm not even joking, probably about 15 different sorceresses, and every single one of them was different. And I made all of them work, and they were all hell viable, but like, they just, I don't know. There's something about sorceress that's it's not fun to me. Yes, I even made melee sorceresses. Energy shield sorceresses, firewall sorceresses, meter sorceresses, fireball sorceresses, glacial spike sorceresses, blizzard, frozen orb. I even did a charge bolt sorceress, which is hilariously fun.
Both sorcerers always looked interesting to me.
I've even used them at their absolute best, literally level 99 charged bolt. I think fundamentally the thing that I don't like about sorceresses is that they're too easy. That's really what it boils down to. Is they're just too easy of characters. It's I've been playing games for too long, and I tend to shy away from the easy things as a general rule. So like when I play a character and it's so easy that it's a yawn fest of gaming, like I don't really want to be bored while I'm playing a video game. I want to actually have fun and enjoy the game, and sometimes that means a challenge. And then there's some characters in this game which are definitely a challenge. Like for instance, making a viable martial arts assassin, for instance, it's definitely a challenge, but it's certainly doable.
Summon Necros, they're quite obviously the most challenging class in the game.
Well, I mean that's just the Naked Mancer. His whole goal is to gear up all the other characters.
No, I've got to admit, I love my summoner.
But I mean, you think about which characters are the most popular. Is a Summon Necromancer the most popular character?
No.
By any stretch of the imagination?
Nope. It is, as you say, your sorcerers, traps, since they seem to be quite popular at the minute.
And if you
Any
really
fast
think,
MF character, really.
and if you really think about it, what are the two most popular characters in the game? The two easiest characters.
Sork.
The two easiest characters in the game.
Yep.
And I've made Hammertons before. I mean, they're fun, and they are ridiculously easy. Take a Javazon, for instance. Like everybody, every time I see Beard and like other people build a Javazon, they've got like T god, I mean, freaking Titans and freaking T gods and like all these godlike pieces of equipment. And literally, I don't know if you guys saw, was it one day I literally pulled out a Javazon that had absolutely no points in any javelin skills whatsoever, and was literally just using some plus to skills for Lightning Fury and went into Hell Cows and did it just fine. That's how easy that character is. You don't even need points in the actual skills to make that character work. Like, you could literally just put on equipment that gives you plus to those skills and still do just fine. And I used to love doing Javazon back in the day. I had like 3 Javazons. Oh, they were just exponentially fun characters to play in Cows, and Cows was like the thing back in the day.
Some good old pre-nerf cows.
Oh yeah, before they nerfed the EXP. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the other thing that's really weird to me, Heisenberg, is that, like, a lot of these characters are hell viable even without that, like, ridiculously expensive, unable, like, super hard to find equipment. And you have people who literally won't even play a character unless they have that equipment. Like, I'm not even gonna bother to play a Druid unless I have an Enigma and a Breath of the Dying. And I'm like, okay. Oh, I had a whole conversation about that, Heisenberg. Literally, there was a whole Facebook post about somebody was complaining that every single guide was like recommending like 2 Soges, Perfect Infinity, like a Hoto, and like a Call to the Arms, and he's like new players can't get that equipment. He's like, they don't even know what that equipment is.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Whew.
Welcome back.
Life is hard.
Good evening.
overburdened.
Salutations.
Evening.
Everyone's gone very quiet. What are you up to today, old man stalker? There anything in particular you're looking for? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I get a shakeout, that's kind of my necro. I'm not giving that one out. I'm surprised GGM has gone so quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Although his mouse has moved a little bit. I know. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Lion James, I'd love to answer you, but my knowledge of the game isn't that good. The guy who actually runs this stream, Ginger, he's the one to answer those sorts of questions. Welcome back, Ginger.
Good afternoon.
The summit. The Barbarian holy ground.
Hello.
Yes, warrior?
Good evening. Salutations.
Evening.
What's up, folks?
Hello.
Hey Jack, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Eh. I done got me the vid.
Oh no.
Yeah. Worst part is it was some infected specimen coming into my place of work too.
Seems to be a common theme.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't really complain because I do work in a hospital, so you kind of expect them to come in there, but even still, you know, it's kind of rude.
That sounds like more Diablo 2 time for you.
You know what? I wish it was, but I'm just struggling to focus at the minute. I've just been putzing around in my stash for the last, like, hour. And what's going on with your mic today, Jack?
I was just thinking if that was my headset or his mic. Sounds
No,
like it
it's his
might
mic.
just need to be replugged.
And now he's just like, nope, not doing it.
Bestie.
Is that better?
Can't use that.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh. Never had it happen before.
Hey, Onyx, based on what you said the other day, make sure you're not on the European servers. No, well, the Millibracus is going.
The ancients have.
It's official, Ginger. You're no longer the Blue Power Ranger. Hey, just one piece of blue doesn't count. Well, they do look like you've still got the blue booties on. So how you doing today, Jack, anyway?
I'm good. Just tired.
Yeah. Isn't it like 6 p.m. there?
Oh, it's almost 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I get up at 4.
Mm-hmm. I normally get up between 5:30 and 6. Unless the dogs wake me up earlier.
Same for me, but in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, that's not the same. I wish I could lay in bed that long. Man, my dog would just kick my ass and get me up, take him for a walk in that time.
Gotta get one of them little doors so he can go walk himself.
You know what?
One of those little doors, he can go walk himself.
He's a Siberian Husky. I put him up to anything like that, and he's going to be like, bitch, I will show you what I can do with this. And it'll be like upside my car or something. That dog is far too smart for his own good. Dirty, I can kind of help with that, but you'd probably be better waiting for GGM to come back.
At your service, legend had.
Isn't he playing?
Yeah, he's just not talking or anything at the minute. I don't think he's running 20 clay golem.
I think he said he just runs enough so he can keep his golem alive, and he doesn't worry too much beyond that.
Yeah, I think he's only on like 1 to 5, but he has more in revive.